Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. On my lap, I have a hamster. It is Gojira. She was awake and leaning out of her little nest and eating some food, and so I made some noise, and then I reached in and I picked her up. So here she is. She's a sweetie. Absolute little sweetheart. But now that I have reintroduced her, I am going to put her back into her little home so that she can go back to eating. Here we go. Thank you so very, very much. Excuse me. One person had a question. I can't remember on what. I think it might have been Facebook. They were asking, is it abuse if I don't handle my hamsters? And that's a legitimate question, because so many animals want to be picked up and held, so it's a legitimate question. Am I abusing them and neglecting them by not picking them up? And unlike a lot of other animals, hamsters are perfectly fine never being picked up and handled. Mice want to be picked up and handled. Rats want to be picked up and handled. Even guinea pigs don't want to be picked up and handled, but they want to be around people. Even if they freak out every time you walk to them or try to pick them up. They can't help that. That's instinct telling them predator. So, no matter what they want to do, they freak out. But hamsters they're perfectly fine not ever being handled. Now, of course, if they want to be handled, of course you should. I mean, I have had Gojira here just every time I make noise, get up and come over to the side of the cage where I am and then just put her feet up to look up at me until I pick her up and then let her run around. Because hamsters, one thing they do need, in fact, all pets and rodents and all things, is free roam time. I don't have a lot of place that I can just let them free roam. So for free roam time, I let them walk around on me or explore stuff that's just real close to me, like on my level stuff here, but not for long. Whereas you're supposed to have an area where you can just let them roam wild areas. Not wild areas, but large areas. And so I feel bad about that, but you can only do what you can do. I don't have a hamster-friendly room with my computer right here with cables everywhere. I got a hamster down there. I'm going to have more destroyed equipment. So, thumbs up for that. Yesterday, I did have therapy. And it went okay. There were technical issues. His laptop blue screened, and so he took it in to get worked on. It's Best Buy working on it, so oh boy. But that's in the shop, and so he was trying out his backup laptop, and he could not hear me, but I could hear him. But the video was upside down on his part, so we just did it over the phone. Thumbs up for that. But it was a good meeting. I talked about various things, and one thing that I didn't talk about because I haven't actually put it into words until last night when I was taking a shower. For the longest time, for decades, I have not been living for something. I have been living primarily to not die. And that's not the best way to live. You need to live, not just live so that you're not dead. I mean, it maxed out during my just before going into rehab phase 21 years ago when I was in my home at the time, drinking, active alcoholic, and I was praying for death, and the only thing that kept me going was I could not put my parents through the horror of my passing first. So I lived for that. just so that they wouldn't have to go through that. That's not living. But it was last night while I was getting ready to take a shower that I finally realized that I don't know what I'm living for, but I am I am so sorry. It has been 40 minutes ago that I went and took in any cannabis products. And I have been doing things and talking to myself, and my voice box has been clear until I turned on the webcam. My sincere apologies. But I don't know what the future holds. Probably just more, pain, decay, and eventual death. Thumbs up for that. With everything going on here in the United States and such, and economically around the world, and of course with the climate, who knows what's going to happen. And yet I still feel optimistic. I still wake up every morning with a metaphorical, figurative smile on my face. And I don't know why. So I'm living for the future, which for decades I have just been living so that I don't die. Even knowing that I had, and there was the final realization that I'm actually living for something now that is the big thing, because even back then while I was going on, even during the marriage with my wife, it was just to live so that I'm not dead, and trying to find something to hook on to for the future, which was primarily, let's see what new computer games and computer hardware is going to be like, and that was my hook for the future. But no, now it's for real, and that's good. It's obviously been true for a while. I wouldn't be waking up optimistic otherwise, and for at least a couple of years now, I've been waking up optimistic. So I have been living for something, and not just placeholder survival for a while. And that is a good thing. It is an awesome thing to realize, and I'm very, very glad. I wish this had happened before, so that I have realistically more than, 57 to 67, that's 10 years. And let's say I make it to 75. A lot of rich people with access to health care and all that have been dying right around age 70, though. But let's say I last to 75. That's 18 years, realistically. 18 years. As much time as from birth to adulthood. God's above. I hate my voice box these days. Thumbs up. But life is life. And you deal with what you deal with. And it's a good thing. Hey, it's better than having 6 months. But even 6 months is better than having 2 weeks. And even 2 weeks is better than 4 days. And even 4 days is better than 6 hours. And even 6 hours is better than 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes is better than 30 seconds. I am so irate at my voice box for being organic. I honestly wish most of the time I was not organic. It just bothers me. And so, yay. If I could upload my mind, I would. Except this is another thing I was thinking of on my walks and all that. And I'm really glad I just suddenly remembered that, because it's something I've wanting to be thinking about, something I've wanted to talk about. Because it's in the popular culture sort of thing where it's not unusual to maybe hear the concept thrown out there of uploading your mind for, greater longevity or immortality. Well, there's a couple ways that could be done. I'm not saying realistically. I'm saying with the what we kind of know now and extrapolations based on that. The biggest thing about it is to record you properly would destroy your body. So it would be a one-time, one-go thing. You're killing your body to upload your mind because you'd have to record everything. And the only real way to record everything is to get in there and record it. And then the process of doing that, it destroys the body that you're recording. So let's say, though, it's possible to record your brain quantumly and then just upload your consciousness. The problem is, now what do you do with your meat body? Because all it does is copy you. It doesn't transfer you to the machine. So what do you do with the meat you? Which you has an actual you-ness, and which is you under law. So I was thinking on that the way to get around that issue is to kill the body as you record it. Purposefully. Would you let people know that there was another way? Or would you just market it as, well, you know, it is unfortunate that your meat body does die, but look, you're in the web. You're immortal now. Well, that copy of you is. But the original is all used up and dead now. Just to solve problems of property and who's real and who's not. Because what would you do otherwise? Legally, there can be only one you. And if there's one you, which one's real, which one's the copy? Well, the copy is the one that's going to be lasting longer. So are you the extraneous one? And if so, is it like now that you've been copied, now that you're legal, whatever the words are, I've forgotten even the terms, my sincere apology. Now that that's the person, you are either resources to be used or a body now to go and do things. All you need to be compensated with is water, food, and air. A place to sleep, get up and work. You have no legal existence. But which is better, that or we're going to be saving you for parts whenever some person needs a thing? Here we go. Of course, hopefully they'd just do, as they record you at that point, just damage the part of your brain that keeps you conscious so that they've just got bodies that they can just take apart. Thumbs up. Now, I've not talked about that anywhere near as deeply as I've thought about, because it takes me 2 hours to go walkies and I think about this while I walk. I'm just lightly touching some of the surfaces of the issues. Like, I've got a story idea where the one person who does have that happen to does have to try and... I don't know where the story would go. This is more of a slice of life sort of thing. Because it's now that he's recorded, that's when the people just come in and they treat it as just a cleanup job. You know, they got their chem suits on, they got their weaponry. They don't even talk to you like you're a person anymore, because legally you're not. You're just some trash they got to get rid of. So they do so. Yay! A grim, such is life. You can hear the thrumming a starting. It was quiet at first, but now that it's been on a while, it's a thrumming, and pretty soon it's going to start a tick-a-tick-a-ticking. Yay. Such is life. Russian Timing has purchased me a fan on Amazon. I saw in the comments this morning that it is on its way and will be here on the 2nd. At which point, I will crack the bloody thing open and replace that fan. Hokey smokes. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of... Oh, good Lord. 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I am just thanking you for having left a comment. Going to read them later. Oh boy, it's going to be a good one now. I'm losing my mind. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. And of course, it is arranged because even though I count in American Sign Language, I get confused. You saw the way I just got lost. It's because of that. Now that that's starting, I'm starting to get frustrated. Such is life. Little Heracles, thank you very, very much. And Just Not Laughs, greatly appreciated. Chris of Stars, thumbs up and thank you. Tanmang42, greatly appreciated. Alexander Kostash, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much. And Kathy Kitscat, greatly appreciated. Barba's Music Zone, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. And we have Bailey Snyder, thumbs up and thank you. And then there's, I can't read the name, but it's a person who has odd symbols in their name. So if you have odd symbols, thank you. And Jackal59, greatly appreciated. Elder Wolf 569, thumbs up and thank you. And Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. We have Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Brett Myers, thumbs up and thank you. Michelle Arturo Garcia Gonzalez, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. And Alex MJ Broken 64, greatly appreciated. We have RedTube, YouTube Raps, greatly appreciated. Dante 1, thumbs up and thank you. Nicholas Philippe, thumbs up. Sock 06555, greatly appreciated. Lee Simone, greatly appreciated. K Rents Official, thumbs up and thank you so very much. And then we have Inexpressible, thumbs up and thank you. And then last but not least, Ali Shabiri, thumbs up and thank you also very, very much. You get me out of my head and into the world, dealing with real people, and momentarily distracting me from that. Because now that the thrumming has started, the ticka 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 is going to follow soon. And I can't control my reaction. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. But if you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you wanted to help support me but didn't want to send money to one of those two, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be very cool if you could check that out. And if you wanted to support me without sending me money, I have an Amazon wish list link down below. That would be very cool. But things like cat food, hamster food, silly things, not silly things. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. Now, don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to. But if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Thumbs up on that. Well, I have at least one video ready to go for tonight. I uploaded a Reddit reaction last night, unlisted, so that YouTube could scan it and see if it was bad. It has been like 14 hours. It has been uploaded. It's still green. So maybe it'll actually be monetized tonight. I have a fly in the room because it's warm outside. It's been raining. There's a forest. It's a bug factory out there. Even though it's the middle of winter, we got a bug problem in the air again. Thumbs up. Yeah, so I got a fly flying around, and that's special. Anyway, though, so I got stuff coming up. Hopefully I won't be driven mad by the fan. We shall see. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. I forgot to change that. I'm not going to feel bad about it, but I just have to try and remember to change it for tomorrow.